Hello everyone, Jilles Groskamp here from Team INFINITY, and today I'm in the Heemstede track. Gonna break in some engines for the upcoming races. I got a OS 1204 here and a 1203, and in the previous races I had some success with the engines. They're very stable and fast too. I don't have so much experience yet with the nitro engine, the tuning, but in a couple of years time I feel like I kind of have a way to make the engine work from the box, because these engines are standard engines. And today in this video I want to show you how I break in the engine, how I prepare the clutch, the 2-speed, what fuel I use, etc. So come and have a look. So before I'm gonna break the engine, of course the engine comes with a RP6 plug. It's very nice to start with. The clutch I built completely standard Infinity clutch, and this spring tension is very important. I put it on 0, so the head screw is flat with the end of this thread. So that makes the clutch work, but not too tight. It's very good for the engine to start with. Then the 2-speed. I use a used 2-speed, so you know that it's shift normally, but I open it by a half turn, so when you're gonna go in second gear it shifts earlier, so you don't go too much high in your RPM. Furthermore, I use the energy fuel, and this is the rush type, not the speed. The rush is a little bit more friendly for the engine, but I don't add any oil. It's just the fresh blend, and yeah, I start with this fuel. So the next step is I put the engine in the car. I clean the air filter, so yeah, everything will run smooth. I actually put a new fuel tank in just to make sure everything is clean. What I said, I open the 2-speed. I will fill up the fuel bottle with a ½ liter. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start the engine on the starter box, and I will let the engine run stable for about 0.25 liter or 3 fuel tanks. Let's do that. So before I start the engine, I will always use the radio. It's just more easy to control the idle. So so you can keep the idle a little bit up when you start the engine. So let's start the engine. So now I raise the idle with a few clicks on the radio. So now the top needle is just very rich, or pretty much a standard factory. So it just drives now. This is full throttle, and as I could say, the first 3 tanks from the fuel bottle were done, and now I will finish the fuel bottle 0.5 liter on the track. So again, another 0.25 on the track with this speed. So if you feel it's too slow, then you can adjust the needle slightly, a little bit more lean on the top. So I only play with the top needle and I leave the bottom needle. After a while you will notice that the engine getting more rich, so it's very slow now. So I'm gonna lean the top a little bit. And continue the braking. So the first bottle was finished now. As you can see, it's still very rich on the track. Now I will let cool down the engine all the way till it's the same temperature as outside. I will fill up another bottle of half liter, and I will fine adjust the top needle, and I will start to run it a little bit more lean than previously, and then we will continue that for another bottle. So as you can see now, I finished another half liter, so I'm now totally 1 liter, and it already shifted second gear the last few tanks. Just drive it smooth and a bit rich side, but still quite fast, so the engine can have a temperature of about 80-90 degrees when it's running, so I think that's a perfect temperature. I forget to mention, if the engine cooled down before and I wanted to start it again, I always use a hairdryer to heat up the engine a bit just before you start, so it never have a cold start. So I will fill up the bottle again with a half liter, and I believe then after the half liter it's run in. So the last half a liter I will still run it a little bit rich on the track, but for sure the speed is there already. The second gear, of course, it's just a little bit rich in the bottom and in the top, and yeah, it's then after half a liter it's ready to really make it tight, and of course then you can go back with the second gear, and also you can tighten up the clutch a bit. So for my experience, the 1.5 liter total should be more than enough to break in the 0.12 engine. And so let's do the last bottle now. So now you can see, now it's a bit more than a liter. I'm really up to speed now. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tighten up the clutch a little bit, and I fine tune the engine a bit more to go about 95% of the power. I'm breaking all the engines now. Everything is up and running, and I hope you like my video, and see you next time.